welcome to Speed and Color breaking news. The big news this week, the Kickstart show is on again for 2024. This is the 9th Kickstart show. It's a great local show, and the people who put this on, Jen and Kenny at Ill-Fated Kustoms, this is just their vibe. This is their thing. They do a great job with it. Let's take a look at some of the details. So the date, I know you want to know the date. Friday, June 15th will be the pre-party. I don't have confirmation at this point, but I suspect that will be at Ill-Fated Kustoms. Saturday, June 16th, the show runs from noon to 8 p.m. On Sunday, June 17th, the show runs from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is all at The Pioneer on Stephen Avenue. The Pioneer is a historic building that's been restored or refurbished. It's got so much richness with brick and wood and cool stuff that makes for a great spot to showcase motorcycles. The Pioneer is just a perfect spot in the center of Calgary, downtown, for the bikes that wind up outside. It's got great foot traffic. Just really a good location for this. The Kickstart show, in case you don't know, celebrates true garage builders who have built, modified, restored their bikes over the winter or over a couple years, whatever it is. And it showcases these local, usually local, but it showcases these garage builders. This show is not for commercial builds. It's not for manufacturers. This is very much about that grassroots builder. The event started off in May years ago. What Jen and Kenny realized after a while is May weather in Calgary can be difficult. It's kind of iffy. If it's great, it's great. If it's not, it's really not. So they decided to move the show into June, which would allow more people to ride to the show and would allow for a better outdoor show typically. Hopefully the weather's going to be great mid-June. We'll have a great turnout, lots of bikes outside and lots of bikes inside. Rules for the show. This is stuff that you'll want to know. To enter, and I will tell you, this year, entries are limited to 38 in the show. 38 is not a big number. Boy, oh boy, this is something else if you just get selected to be in the show. The reason for the 38, Jen and Kenny really understand the art behind these motorcycles, and it's always been their philosophy that people should be able to walk around the machines. There should be space. They don't want bikes lined up side by side. They want room to walk around and really look at the machines. I know that last year, and I suspect this year, every bike will be on some kind of a platform to get it up off the ground a little bit. Really, really well laid out, and the Pioneer allows for that. So I think it's great that they give them a lot of space. Unfortunately, that does restrict the number of entries that can be in the show in the building. So it is 38 this year. How do you apply? Well, go to Ill-Fated Kustoms website. On the website, you'll find a tab for the Kickstart show. Go there and there's an entry form. You'll need to complete the entry form, send it in, and then you'll need to send Jen pictures of your bike, whether you do that electronically, whether you drop them off at the shop, whatever you do, up to you. I will say too that while it's typically been a local show, I'd love to see some entries from outside of Calgary. If you're in BC, Saskatchewan, heck, if you're in Texas or Minnesota and you want to come to Calgary and experience it, this is a great way to do it. I'll even make a commitment beyond that. If you're coming from Texas, I will get you out to Banff. We'll ride out there together. I'll be your tour guide. We'll show you around. But we'd love to see some people from outside of Calgary get accepted into this show. Once you've completed your application, Jen says here that you will be notified by May 20th. May 20th doesn't give you a lot of time for a mid-June show, so you better be ready ahead of time, and hopefully you get accepted. My application's already in. We'll see what happens. So that's the latest and greatest from Calgary and from Ill-Fated Kustoms. We are looking forward to this show, and we'll bring you more breaking news as soon as we have some. Thanks for joining us.